All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. I am your host, Jacob Keith, here for something a little bit different here. The High Roller Sim Series. Ready to rock and roll and gamble it out here at Eldora for the 410 Sprint Cars. We have quite the few drivers in here, and I know we got some stuff we can go on over with you drivers here for their race format. We're going to have a 30-minute practice, and they have had their 5-minute drivers meeting already. They did that 5 minutes in this section. 2 minutes, or 2 laps worth of qualifying for 3 minutes, and the qualifying will start at a 0% track state. 10-lap heats, 3 to 6 heats, depending on how many drivers come in, which it looks like we got about 35 drivers so far. All the track states will carry on over. There will be a consolation of 12 laps, and there could be up to 2 to 3. So there could be some alphabet soup going on here tonight. We just don't quite know yet, depending on how many drivers continue to file. And we still have a warm-up here of 3 minutes, and we will have a 35-lap feature, and 20 drivers will make the show. So that's going to be for the sprint cars here tonight. Also following the sprint cars, we will have the big block modifieds. So that is some action that you are not going to want to miss. So you're going to want to tune in on that, because we will be broadcasting that here live to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. So please, right now is a good time to stretch your legs, do what it is that you may need to do. So we still got another 15 minutes of practice. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few minutes for these 410 sprint cars to rip it up here at Eldora. Just a few more minutes, race fans, and we'll get ready to rip, rock, and roll here at Eldora for the High Rollers Sim Series Sprint Cars 410s action here. We're ready to rip it up. I don't know about you, but I am ready. Shout it out in the chat who you're rooting on here tonight and where you are from. Love to see all the states and maybe possibly even countries. I know there's people from all over the place. All over the place on this sim racing game that is iRacing here tonight. Tonight's racing brought to you by Speed Demon Setups and HRT Cinematography. For the High Roller Sim Series, we are the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network, brought in here for a quick little cover-up, because we are going to come on in and help these guys out here at the High Roller Sim Series. They are going to put on some awesome 410 action, I can tell. 35 drivers here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 35 drivers came out, paid their way in, and are ready to rip, rock, and roll here for HRSS. And sprint cars are ripping it up out there, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes left of their practice, and we will be ready to rip it on home. Don't go anywhere. We're going to watch these boys rip it up. And the checkered flag goes waving. These guys are ready to head on in to qualify, and we are going to get ready to see the grid. But first, we're going to pull up tonight's grid here tonight for the weather report. It looks like it's going to be a breezy one. It looks like that overcast of clouds have come on in, darkening the track here at Eldora in Ohio. Looks like it's 75 degrees out, 55% humidity with partly cloudy, 5-mile-an-hour winds. The dirt oval that almost half mile is Eldora Speedway. I know that it says Dirt Dogs International Developmental Series, but it is not. It is the High Roller Sim Series, ready to rip, rock, and roll for tonight. These guys are placing some fast laps down, I bet. We're going to check these guys out. Right now we're on Zane Walters. Jumping on out. Sitting in the 15th spot. We got Brown finishing his laps. Bryce. I'm going to take a chance here, whacking your name. I'm sorry. Eckmeyer. Chris Horton. Here in the 44, finishing out his qualifying lap. Stiller Richard. Looks like Nicholas Lamb making his way out here in the 37 machine. One down in the books. Yeah, it definitely says Weed Sport, and it definitely should be Eldora, but sometimes my overlay system doesn't like to cooperate with me right away. And this was kind of on a whim, so we're not gonna be picky tonight. Joe Kaiser the second out here ripping out some laps in that number 29 machine, trying to get a good lap in here for qualifying, sitting 25th currently. As I believe the top guys have all put in their best times. Trenton Parks being the fastest out here tonight. We're going to get ready for the grid for heat number 1, though, as these guys finish it out. Clayton Tilley out there putting up a good lap. Going to come into the second position. And then it's going to be Ross Kaiser sitting third, fourth, Eric Whitner, fifth, Johnny Anderson, to round out the top 5. Again, shout it out in the chat who you guys are wanting to see take home the 410 Sprint Car Series here tonight for the High Roller Sim Series. As the seconds wind out, The grids are going to get ready to hop on out. And here is the grid for heat number 1. Starting here on the pole, we got Trenton Parks. Second, going to be Johnny Anderson. Third, going to be Gunnar Harris with fourth, Taylor Wineland. Fifth, going to be Kenny Hoffman. With sixth being Brody Brown. In that 344, excuse me. Chris Horton going to tail behind him in the 44 machine. Starting in the 7th spot, Joe Kaiser. Going to start 8th in that yellow 29K. And tailing the end of the field in that number 11 machine, we got Marcus and Stenson. So Trenton Park's going to start this thing off here at Eldora for heat number 1. These boys waiting on that pace truck to take off as we get ready to go green. 2 laps around, or it possibly could be 1. As they make their way to the Eldora Speedway, they head to the backstretch, tailing close behind that pace truck. As they come around 3 and 4, onto the front stretch, the pace truck signaling he's heading in this next time around. 410 sprint car action. Trenton Parks ready to go. Johnny Anderson ready to go. Gunnar Harris, Taylor Wineland. All these guys antsy, ready to rip, rock, and roll as they head into 3 and 4. Pace truck heading on in. Trenton Parks' green flag here is out. 3 wide back there for the 3rd and 4th spot. Johnny Anderson, Gunnar Harris, side by side, crossover after crossover. Out of 1 and 2 and into the backstretch, into 3 and 4. They go 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Hoffman moving up into the 2nd spot as he gets slid up into there. He got a little tag. Oh, we got wrecking in the back. Brody Brown moving up in the 2nd. Chris Horton now into the 3rd spot. Horton trying to do everything he can to hold with Brown as we ride on board here with him. Brown just moved up into the 2nd spot, coming up from the 6th spot. 7th is where Chris Horton started, now into the 3rd spot here. Nose to tail battle. Trying to run away from each other, trying to hold on to it. Brody Brown into the 2nd spot. Trenton Parks is out front. Go towards the back with Joe Kaiser as he's got Johnny Anderson, who started up front into the 2nd spot, losing 5 spots. Back here on his tail. Gunnar Harris trying to run away from Kaiser. Back up front, white flag waving for Brody Brown, Trenton Parks, and Chris Horton. Coming around onto the backstretch, Brown, Horton, nose to tail, not far off, about a car length and a half, but still going to hold out the top 3. Congratulations, heat number 1 to Trenton Parks, Brody Brown, and Chris Horton. Awesome racing out of heat number 1. Now we will pull up the grid for heat number 2. Starting on the pole, it looks like it's going to be Mr. Clayton Tilley. Starting to his outside, we got Bob Everton in the 008. In the third spot, we got Dustin Sargent in that 77 machine. And to his outside, we got Kyle Sargent in the 91. Behind them, in the fifth spot, that number 30 machine of Colby Akari. Zane Walter is going to start in the sixth spot in that 31 machine with the 4R. That Mossy Oak machine starting seventh. To his outside, we got Ryan Avala. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Starting in the 8th position. And Nick Shell supposed to be starting at the end. There's that 51 machine. We weren't able to see it in a very good view, though. But we're ready to rip, rock, and roll. I forgot to set my my special little views up and everything for my grids. So shame on me this time. But wait till that big block race. Clayton Tilley, Bob Everton, Dustin Sargent, Kyle Sargent. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. 2 laps around under pace. And we'll be green flag ripping. Heat number 2 ready to kick it off underway here. Who do you think is going to take this one home? Clayton Tilley, Bob Everton, Everton. I've been saying that wrong. Everton, I was saying, and it's Everton. Jesus. Listen to me go. Starting here on the pole, the top 2. 51 to the inside, the 008 to the outside. And the green flag here is out for the High Roller Sim Series Heat number 2. Clayton Tilley going to take the green flag and hold on to lap number 1 as they go down deep into 3 and 4. Trying to hold on to it. Into the second spot, Bob Everton. Everton, Jeebers. Here we go again. Butchering names is my best specialty. Holding on to the second spot, Bob Everton. Third going to be Kyle Sargent. Fourth, Dustin Sargent. Sean Stevens, this is not the Dirt Dogs International. Do not worry about that, brother. This is pay-to-play High Roller Sim Series, so if you want to get in on that, we could throw that out. Caution striking the speedway. I will get a hold of you, though, brother, right after this. Dustin Sargent bringing the yellow flag out. We're going to check this one out, see exactly what happened. They go 3 wide down into 3 and 4. Just a little tap as he was in the inside. The number 91 giving the 77 a kiss as he goes over on his side and spins around. Very unfortunate there. We're going to rewind that and try to check that out a little bit slower and see if we can get it from a different angle here. Oh, yeah, there we go. 3 wide. The 91 just sliding up a little bit, using that rear to the outside there. Clips him. The 77 goes out to the outside wall and slams it on over. Very unfortunate there for Dustin Sargent. Sargent going to make his way into the pits. Tilley, Everton, Kyle Sargent still up here in the third spot. So both of the Sargent brothers making some contact there, bringing the yellow flag out. I honestly didn't even realize that while I was calling that out. The 91 and the 77 family related. Hopefully, I think. I know most of us lambs are. The ones that you see with the Dirt Dogs. Bob Everton, Clayton Tilley ready to rip, rock, and roll. The pace truck ready to get off the track. These guys are ready to do their thing. Into 3 and 4, the pace truck heads down pit lane. The 51 takes the green flag and onto the front stretch. Down into 1 and 2, the yellow machine back there. Looked like Zane Walters was involved. Not exactly sure what happened there. It doesn't look like we have a yellow flag striking thus far, so we're going to go back up front. Colby Akari, Bob Evertson battling side by side down low. Evertson. Akari now going to switch to the inside there. Kyle Sargent falling back into the fourth spot, almost making it 3 wide for the second position. Coming around for the white flag, and the checkered flag here is waving. Colby Akari, Bob Evertson taking top 3. Clayton Tilley in the 51 machine taking home the win for heat number 2. So the 51 going to wind out some more laps after he's finished it off, but we're going to grid up for heat number 3 now. So starting here on the pole for heat number 3. Ross Kaiser starting on the pole with Tyler Close going to start in the second spot. Third going to be Paul Mikolovic. Sorry for butchering your name. I know that's not right. Chris Schaefer going to start 4th to the outside of Paul there. Dalton Hughes starting 5th with 6th. Going to be Austin Maja. 7th going to be Adam Collier and Sam J. Pierce in that 19 machine. These guys, man, ready to rip, rock, and roll. 8 cars ready to go as these guys are ready to rip up Eldora one more time. Who do you think is going to take this one? Heat number 3. Ross Kaiser, Tyler Close. Heading down into 3 and 4. Heading into the pits is the pace truck. Green flag here is out. Tyler Close in the second spot. Paul going to hang on to 3rd. I'm sorry for butchering your last name, but we are going to try to do the best we can here. Austin Maja holding on to 4th, and it looks like we have a yellow strike in the speedway. This one going to be on Chris Schaefer as the yellow flag comes out. So we're going to slow it down just a little bit. Green flag here is out. Try to watch the outside there. Some contact with the yellow machine. So he slid up there, the number 65, it looks like. Slides up, tags the 23 of Chris Schaefer. Schaefer going into the wall. Coming back down, heading on over to his lid as the yellow flag is going to come out for that. Most indefinitely. Very unfortunate for Schaefer. So these guys, Ross Kaiser, Tyler Close, Austin Maja, top 3 right now. Dalton Hughes in 4th, and top 5 will be Sam J. Price. Yellow flag at lap number 5 of 10. We're halfway home. These guys are going to get ready to go green flag racing as they head onto the backstretch. Down into 3 and 4, the 83 and the 76. Green flag here is out. Down into 1 and 2, they all head to the outside groove. The 83 able to hang on to the lead, though, as Tyler Klaus, the 76 machine, hangs on to second. Maja in third. Nose to tail battle, just a car length or half a car length away from each other. Second, third, and fourth. Any mistakes happen, the 94 could capitalize here on the 20 or the 76, as they are nose to tail battle. Going to the inside here, the 20 machine. Austin Maja gonna battle Tyler Klaus, but Dalton Hughes used that outside and was able to get around him there, taking that third spot away. Awesome battling here out of the top 5 as they're nose to tail. Yellow flag striking the speedway here again. This one's going to be on Mr. Paul as the yellow flag strikes us. That yellow machine, that 65, trying to hold on to the backside of the 23. Slides up as the 23 gets into the wall to the outside. There comes down onto the 65. Paul suffering the tail end of that. Very unfortunate. So Chris Schaefer coming off the wall there into Paul and then number 65 machine. Very unfortunate as them two have kind of had some back and forth there a little bit tonight. Nothing intentional, just hard racing, battling, trying to hang on to the spots here as these guys are some good racing sprint car drivers here. Way better than I could ever do, let me tell you. Tyler Klaus, though, able to sneak out front. Ross Kaiser in the second spot, and Dalton Hughes in third. There's a little bit of league info about HRSS. There's $10 entry fee right here. All-Star Sprints is Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. All-Star Big Blocks are Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Right rears and cold beers Sunday at 9 p.m. Central. And the green flag here is out. Clouds out front of Kaiser still here as they on the front stretch with the white flag waving. Austin Maja trying to make a move in that number 20 as he is all over the tail side of that 83. Down low goes the 83, but the 20 using that outside to try to utilize it. Not able to do so as the checkered flag waves for heat number 3. Awesome racing out of Tyler Klaus, Ross Kaiser, and Austin. So starting the grid here for heat number 4. Eric Whitner going to be on the pole. Second going to be Logan Hoskins. There's Logan in that 48 machine. Kevin Howie here on the inside starting third in that 119. The 19 machine, Corey Kerstetter starting fourth. Fifth going to be Mick Marsky. Sixth, Josh Berkey. Bryce Eichenmeyer, hopefully I'm saying that right, starting in the 7th spot, and tailing the end of the field in 8th, going to be the 37 machine of Nicholas Lamb. So we got Eric Whitner starting on the pole with Logan Hoskins getting ready to take the green flag one more time around under pace as they are on the front stretch getting ready to head into 1 and 2. Shout it out. Who are you rooting on here for heat number 4? Who do you want to see take home heat number 4 here tonight? Well, we see people rooting on Corey. We see people rooting on their brother there, Julian Jose there. Green flag here is out. Eric Whitner, Logan Hoskins. Logan in that 48 machine trying to track down the 17 of Eric Whitner. Nose to tail battle coming out of 3 and 4. Whitner using that outside edge as the track is starting to slick off towards the middle. Hoskins going to try to track him down with everything he's got. As we tried to ride on board there, it was just way too loud. Kevin Howie back here in the third spot here, nose to tail with a 59 of Mick Marski on his tail. The number 19 machine trying to hold him off for that third spot. Mick Marski trying to be patient in that 59. Coming around 3 and 4 to the front stretch, making it halfway down, halfway to go. Battling here at Eldora for the 410 Sprint Cars. The High Roller Sim Series brought to you by HRT Cinematography and Speed Demon Setups. Kevin Howie as we ride on board here with him. Trying to hold off Mick Marski back there behind him. That 59 machine trying to get real up close and personal here in Heat 4 from the fourth spot. Wanting a taste of the podium there is Mick Marski as Bryce Eichenmeyer back there trying to go to the inside here as well. Onto the front stretch here. They are tight, battling for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. As there's 4 of them bunched up nose to tail. Nicholas Lamb able to move up from the backside here in the 7th spot. Corey Kersetter heading to the backside. White flag out for Eric Whitner, Logan Hoskins, and Kevin Howie. Howie still trying to hold off Marski's checkered flag waving, coming out of 3 and 4. Congratulations, Eric Whitner, Hoskins, and Howie. Awesome racing out of heat number 4. Let's see if heat number 5 is going to be just as good. I believe there's going to be a 5th heat. We hope. If not, they will be moving into their consolation, I believe. And they are. I believe this is going to be the C main. Joe Kaiser here going to start on the pole. And in the second spot, we got Sam J. Price. Johnny Anderson going to start in the third spot with Adam Collier starting 4th. 5th going to be Taylor Wineland. And 6th going to be Chris Schaefer. 7th, Marcus and Stenson. 8th going to be Paul and tailing the end of the field here. And that number 1 machine, I know I've broadcasted that man before, Mr. Kenny Hoffman. So the drivers are ready to roll on out to the track and get ready to rip, rock, and roll. 410 Sprint Car Series here at Eldora for the High Roller Sim Series. I'm curious to see who's going to take this one. Kaiser, Price, Anderson, Collier, Schaefer, Wineland, Paul, Stenson, and Hoffman. I'm going to definitely have to get with Paul sometime here, that number 65 machine, and have to ask him how he says his last name, because I do not want to butcher it for him anymore. Kaiser, Price ready to rip Eldora up as the pace truck getting ready to go in. Green flag here is out. The 29 machine of Joe Kaiser, I think it is, excuse me. Trying to hold off Anderson. Anderson jumping up from 3rd to 2nd. Tyler Wineland coming up from 5th to 3rd. Anderson taking over the lead as he goes for the slide job at the 29K of Joe Kaiser down low. Still side by side going into 3 and 4 here. Kaiser able to pull it out, but Johnny using that outside, able to take over the first position here. Coming out of 3 and 4 there onto the backstretch. These guys trying to hold on to it. We hear some contact with the wall a little bit, but we are still green. Wineland in the second spot. Kaiser in third. Fourth going to be Sam J. Price. Kenny Hoffman holding on to fifth there. Rounding out the top 5. These guys getting real outside to the wide high line there. Is Wineland trying to track down that 7 machine of Anderson. Coming out of the front stretch here, winding them down. Going to go for the slide job here. 12 laps of the C main. Anderson put it up into the wall there. Now Kaiser able to capitalize on the tail side in that 29K. I believe we will check here. From the qualifying, top 2 advance from the consolation here. So top 2 will advance on into the A main. It looks like it so far. It's going to be Wineland and Anderson, the top 2. Anderson has some company now. Kenny Hoffman knocking on the backside, trying to do everything he can. Coming from the tail side there, 6th position, starting 9th. Coming to 3rd, Kenny Hoffman. Can he do it with a white flag waving? Hoffman gonna dig low onto the backstretch. The number 1 just not able to do it though. As the 7, Johnny Anderson, able to hold on to that transfer spot. As Johnny Anderson and Taylor Wineland head to the A main. Kenny Hoffman will advance to the B main though, right? I believe. Isn't that how that goes? We'll have to see though. We will see how this rolls. So starting here on the B main on the pole. Nope, he doesn't get into the B main. That's right. So it's different. That's right. Zane Walters going to start here on the pole. Josh Berkey in second. That number 39 machine to his outside or inside there. That yellow 31. In the third spot, we got the 98 of Ryan Avila. If he grids up there, we got Bryce Eichenmeyer. I hope I'm saying that right. Starting in the 4th position in that 11. 5th, we're going to have the number 4 of Taylor Richard. And 6th, going to be Corey Kersetter. 7th, we got Dustin Sargent with Nicholas Lamb in the 37th starting. 8th, 9th, tailing the end of the field, but it doesn't look like he's even there. Nick Shell. So we're going to have 8 cars for 12 laps of B main action, ready to rip, rock, and roll at Eldora. Zane Walters, Josh Berkey, ready to rip, rock, and roll. Bryce Eichenmeyer, Taylor Richard. Eldora is definitely one of my favorite tracks because this is a wide open track. I'm not sure so much about these 410 cars because they are just way too much for me. I honestly, none of the sprints. Not a big fan of any of the sprints. Oh, it looks like we're going to have 7 drivers. Another one dropped out, Ryan Avila. So Ryan's not going to be in there, the number 98. One more time around, it will be green flag ripping for Zane Walters and Josh Berkey. Green flag. Here's how Zane Walters able to get a jump on these guys. is Tiller Richards. Moving up into the second spot. Josh Berkey, though, saw a very unfortunate there as he ended up into the outside wall. So that's going to end Berkey's night there. Zane Walters, Dustin Sargent. Not exactly sure what happened to Berkey. I just saw that he was in the outside wall, but very unfortunate there. We don't want to see any of the drivers here for the High Roller Sim Series down on their luck like that. There we go with the 77 throwing the slide job here on Zane Walters in the 31. Battle for the lead. The 77 sticking to the outside. Is the 31 going to try to hold on to it now as he moves up? Knocking on the back door. We got Bryce Eichenmeyer ready to do some dirty deeds on the second spot. Persetter, though, coming up from the back here as well. Top two advancing to the A main. Zane Walters, Dustin Sargent so far winding the laps out. We are about halfway down, halfway home for tonight's race 410 Sprint Car Series event. The B main ripping it up. Coming up after the B main, we've got a 3-minute warm-up. So these guys will be able to warm up just a little bit more to test out to the track state. To be able to give us a great show. Riding on board here, the front right with Zane Walters trying to track down Dustin Sargent. Bryce Eichenmeyer not far off of Zane Walters as he's got Persetter knocking on the back door. Using that outside line. Sticking to the mid to high side line. Bryce Eichenmeyer taking over the third spot from Persetter there. Zane Walters still trying to do everything he can to hang with Dustin Sargent. White flag here's waving. As Dustin Sargent is on the backstretch heading into 3 and 4. He uses that outside line to take the checkered flag home and heads into the A main. Awesome racing here out of these sprint car guys, man. These guys are pretty good as far as I'm concerned. The School of Sim Sprint Car Series was also a nice group of good sprint car drivers. Also the Wyobe guys. Them guys know how to drive sprint cars as well. These guys got a 3-minute practice heading on in to Eldora. Oh, man, look at all them cars head on in as they are just going to start hammering down the laps. Now's a good time. Stretch your legs. Go get something to drink. We'll be right back in just a few seconds. So as these guys wind out their practice time, we are ready to go 410 sprint car action racing here at Eldora for the feature for tonight's event. 20 cars are going to make the show for 35 laps. Who's going to be able to take home the gold here tonight? I believe there is going to be lots of battling, lots of slide jobs, and lots of mayhem. But here we go anyway. Starting here on the pole for tonight's feature event, Mr. Trenton Parks. In the second spot, we got Clayton Tilley. And starting in third, we'll have Tyler Close. Fourth, Eric Whitner in that 17 machine. Fifth, we got Brody Brown in the 344. And in the 30 machine, we got Colby Akari. Ross Kaiser, I'm going to say Kaiser still, starting 7th. Logan Hoskins starting 8th. 9th is Chris Horton. 10th, Bob Evertson. 11th, going to be Austin Maja. 12th, going to be Kevin Howie. Gunnar Harris starting 13th. 14th, going to be Kyle Sargent. 15th is going to be Dalton Hughes. Mick Marsky in the 16th position, that 59 machine. With 17th, going to be Taylor Wineland. Dustin Sargent starting in the 18th spot. 19th, going to be Johnny Anderson and Zane Walters tailing the end of the field. Just able to get into the A main here tonight for the High Roller Sim Series 410 Sprint Cars, presented by Speed Demons Setups and HRC, Simtography. Sorry, it's my first day on the job. We know this. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. Trenton Parks, Clayton Tilley. As they head into the front stretch is 1 and 2. They're getting ready to head into the back stretches 3 and 4 for that green flag. The 14 down low. The 51 out high. 410 sprint cars. 20 cars. 35 laps. We're green flag racing here at Eldora. Parks to an early lead. Clayton Tilley in second. We got action all over the field. Brody Brown in the 7th spot. Battling back here with Logan Hoskin, Chris Horton, and Ross Kaiser. Brown to the outside, though, as the 44 all over the tail side. Bunched up behind him. The 48 machine trying to go down low. That's Logan Hoskins. These guys are ripping it up. Here at Eldora up front, we got Trent Parks, Clayton Tilley able to get around him in that 51 machine. Tyler Close in the 3rd spot, trying to hold off Ross Kaiser. Back here we got Brody Brown moving up into the 6th spot, trying to hold off Colby Akari and Logan Hoskins and Austin Maja. Looks like Chris Horton fell back quite a bit there. We're going to start seeing some single file action heading into 3 and 4. Gunnar Harris here trying to hold his spot as he's back here outside the top 10 behind Chris Horton. Evertson just inside the top 10, battling with Austin Maja to the outside, battling 3 wide there. As they head on to the front stretch, we got the 48 machine coming off the wall there. We got a yellow flag striking the speedway. Oh my goodness, we were able to catch some of that, but we're going to have to go back and see exactly what happened. So, exactly. Coming onto the front stretch here. Well, let's rewind that. Rewind that just a bit here. So it looks like the 48 machine come off the wall there, got into the 20, and it looks like the 008 on the front stretch there. Let's go to the 48 machine. Where is he at? Logan Hoskins. So Logan Hoskins coming off the wall there, getting into the 008. And the 20 machine ended up suffering from that. Very unfortunate here out of these guys. As we know, they are pretty good. That just slipped away a little bit. Mistakes happen. Hard racing here for the High Roller Sim Series. Clayton Tilley, Trenton Parks, Tyler Close, your top three as the caution strikes. And it was a solid green flag run for sure there, Chris. As we got Clayton Tilley, Trenton Parks, Tyler Close, Ross Kaiser. Looking for that green flag coming into 3 and 4. The 51 getting the jump on him. Able to take it home. Clayton Tilley jumping out front to an early lead. Coming onto the backstretch into 3 and 4. The 51 machine out front to 76. Going to try to hold off the 83. Coming off the wall almost there, we see Kaiser going to go down low for that slide job. Able to take over in the second position. But Tyler Close going to go back to the outside and hold on to it as the yellow flag strikes us again. Not exactly sure why that one was thrown. It's not going to tell me here, so my cheater doesn't want to give it up. Tell me who it was right now. We're going to have to guess that Austin Maja might have been. Nope, that was the 20 machine involved in the last one. Not too sure. Yes, I believe 3 yellows, and it will go single file. A little bit more about the HRSS Racing League here. There's 2 drop weeks, 60 entries max for both or all 3 series. You got to join the Discord, send your entry fee to Brody Brown on PayPal, and apply for the league on iRacing. The usual broadcast for this is supposed to be Dakota Sim Broadcasting on Facebook/YouTube, but we are covering for him tonight here as we are wishing his computer all the best and getting a speedy recovery. The admins, well, I'm going to be taking over, but the main admins, Nick Shell, Mark Spitmeister, and Dustin Sargent, all being the main admins for these series is coming up for the HRSS League. And these guys are going green flag racing. So Clayton Tilley, Ross Kaiser, and Tyler Close. Close wants that second position bad as he goes to the inside here. Green flag is definitely out. Heading into 3 and 4, Clayton Tilley holds down the lap again here as he leads one off. Eric Whitner falling back into the 4th and 5th spot now as he's got Trenton Parks trying to hold on to that bottom line to the inside. Parks in that 14 machine trying to do everything he can to gain ground on Close. Still battling to the inside of Eric Whitner though. Ripping, rocking, rolling Tyler Close. Outside line. Everybody going to the outside here at Elmore, but some people are trying to grip that inside. Oh no, Close getting to the inside too much. Yellow flag going to strike the speedway as the 76 machine clips that inside wall. We got to see exactly what happened there again. Ooh, wrong one. Close. Going around. 3 and 4. Getting into that inside. Trying to hold on to it. We were going to rewind rewind that and go to the cockpit view, see what exactly happened to that. Just got a little too low, the tires stuck into her and just couldn't get it out of the wall. Very unfortunate here for Close, as he's going to head to the back of the field. Just in case anybody wants to go back and watch this later on, it will be uploaded to our website at www.dirtdogsinternational.com. I know Facebook will take the video down here in about 2 weeks, 14 days. So for anybody that does eventually want to go back and watch the stream, you can check out our website at www.dirtdogsinternational.com. You can check it all out at dirtdogs.com/dirtdogslive. We are also live on the Dirt Dog International's website as well here. So these guys, tight formation up front. Clayton Tilley, Ross Kaiser. Looking for that green flag. 51 to the inside, the 83 to the outside. Down into 3 and 4. And the green flag here is out. That 51 machine, Clayton Tilley able to get a run on these guys as he jumps for it. Eric Whitner in the 3rd spot, trying to hold on behind Ross Kaiser. As we ride on that right front, he slams into the wall a little bit, and the yellow flag is going to strike the speedway here again. This one going to be on Colby Akari. Let's see exactly what happened. That number 30 machine getting up into the wall on that outside. Everybody trying to hang on to that outside as that berm getting pushed back even further. Slaps up into the wall. And that 30 machine goes around and on the side. Oh, it's just so heartbreaking to watch a sprint car go over and on its side like that. Very unfortunate for... So we're at lap 17. We're at about halfway there for the 410 sprint cars here for the HRSS Sprint 410 Sprint Car Series. Man, I've been out of practice a little bit, so we're going to definitely get back into this and get the ball rolling. Clayton Tilley, Ross Kaiser, Eric Whitner. Pace truck has the lights off, and it is getting ready to head down pit lane. Kaiser, Tilley, Whitner looking for the green flag. And the green flag is out. That 51 machine of Clayton Tilley able to get that jump like he always does. Ross Kaiser using that outside edge to catch the backside. Let's see if he's going to be able to walk him, or is Tilley going to end up walking him? Nose to tail 410 sprint car action. Whitner now has Horton knocking to the backside here as Parks is going to try to hang the inside of Horton. Horton using that outside edge for 44 here. We got Parks, got Brody Brown. Not far off. Anderson making his way up here in that black and red and white number 7, using that outside edge, slapping that rear to the wall. 20 laps down. We got 15 laps left remaining here for this feature event. Clayton Tilley, Ross Kaiser. Kaiser to the tail side, able to catch the ground of the 51 machine onto the backstretch as they head into 3 and 4. Goes down low. Trying to make a move, but not able to do so as he was right on the tail side of that 51. Tilley going to try to hold him off here, lap 22 of 35. Clayton Tilley holding off Ross Kaiser. Eric Whitner not far off. Yellow flag's going to strike the speedway here again. Lap 24. Dustin Sargent bringing the yellow flag out this time here. We'll see exactly what happens to that 77 machine. Trying to hang on to the outside. It looks like he had the 59 right behind his tail. Let's see exactly what went wrong. It looks like he just got a little loose off a 1 and 2 out of the backstretch. Comes off a 1 and 2 and just gets a little loose, goes around the 59 machine, just ends up helping him out as he had nowhere else to go. That's what's going to bring the yellow flag out. Here again, lap 17. Lap 25, excuse me. Holy cow, I don't know why I said lap 17. That's definitely lap 25. So we're going to get these guys ready to rack them, stack them, put them in their spots where they need to be, and get ready to go green flag ripping one more time here for the 410 sprints. The lights are off the pace truck. They head into 1 and 2. Tilley, Kaiser Whitner, Horton, Anderson, the top 5. Here we go, Clayton Tilley, green flag here is out. As we have the green flag waving. Clayton Tilley going to try to hold off Ross Kaiser for just 10 more laps, excuse me. Kaiser using that outside line. Everybody pushing that burn back even further. Sprint cars are slapping the wall. The 83 machine, though, trying to do everything he can. Throttle control is the best here in these 410 sprints. The 44 machine, Chris Horton in the 4th spot, just outside the podium. The 17 machine going down low. Comes up just to the midline there. Yellow flag and strike here again. This one going to be on Logan Hoskins. See exactly what happened there on that machine. Logan to the outside at 48. Coming off a 1 and 2 here again. Just that cars are snapping. It's loose. They break free. Coming off a 1 and 2 into the backstretch in the 48 machine. Snaps and over corrects. Bringing the yellow flag up. I believe we're going to be single file. Ready to go one more time. Clayton Tilley, Ross Kaiser, Eric Whitner. Nose the tail. Pace truck has the lights on one more time around, and they'll be green flag ripping. Lights go off as they head into 1 and 2. Around 1 and 2 and into the backstretch. That is the corner that's been getting everybody here tonight. 1 and 2, coming out of 2 onto the backstretch has been tricky. Ready to go though, Clayton Tilley, Ross Kaiser, Eric Whitner. Green flag here is out. These guys going battling early here. The 7 going down low there. Whitner going to hold on to the spot with that 17 machine. Johnny Anderson, though, trying to take that 3rd spot away, but not able to do so right away. We right on the right side quarter panel. Eric Whitner in the 3rd spot. Ross Kaiser in 2nd. Clayton Tilley still in the lead. Kaiser going down low for the slide job. Taking him over as he goes to the outside. The 51 down low. Battle for the lead. Tilley now out front as we ride on board here. With Ross Kaiser's Kaiser now out front, going down low. Trying to find them all around him, not able to do so. The 51 with the slide job. We're going to have slide job after slide job these last few laps. Tilley, Kaiser, battle of the slide jobs here at Eldora. Kaiser going to hold it off for a lap as he hangs on to the outside, but does the crossover anyway as Tilley comes up in front of him, trying to hold on to it. We have connection, and Kaiser up into the wall and on his side. Yellow flag striking the speedway. Hard racing incident out of these guys. It's them last few laps. We got to go back and check that out. These guys were just slide job and crossovers after crossovers. You see he goes to the outside, tries to hold on to it, taps the wall, the 51 machine, nowhere to go. Clayton Tilley ends up getting into the rear of him. Let's go back. Watching from Tilley's point of view in the cockpit position. Trying to hold on to that outside edge. The tap from the wall and the tap again. Tilley trying to hold on to it as best he can. Nothing he could do. Very unfortunate there for these guys. Tilley able to fight on and live another day though. So Ross Kaiser packs it up, heads to the hauler. He's going to put that 410 sprint car up and head on home. Clayton Tilley with Johnny Anderson and Tyler Close to the tail side. Will Anderson or Close have anything for this 2-lap green-white checkered shootout here? Green flag here is out for these guys at Eldora. Clayton Tilley, Johnny Anderson, and Close all over the tail side of Anderson. Yellow flag striking here again. Not exactly sure. I believe we're going to call that a restart on the start here. And this is going to be a yellow-white flag finish to the checkered. So we're going to finish under yellow for the 410 sprints. Up next will be the big block modifieds. And I believe they're here at Eldora as well. I'm not exactly sure. But we will be live for that as well, so you won't want to go anywhere. And we're going to be pulling up Clayton Tilley for a quick interview tonight, as he was able to pull this one off and hold him down. Green flag is out here for the last 2-lap shootout. I thought it was going to end up finishing out, but here's the green-white checkered. The 51 machine coming onto the backstretch. Coming around for the white flag, waving out of, oh, checkered flag's waving, excuse me. 51 definitely taking it home, though. Clayton Tilley, I thought we were over. That definitely fueled me out. Usually it does differently, but it's probably just how I set my stuff. We're ready to talk to the 410 winner, Clayton Tilley. As soon as he gets up on into the booth, congratulations, the 410 drivers. Tyler Close holding on to the second spot as he was able to work his way around Johnny Anderson. But for the most part, Clayton Tilley had Ross Kaiser to worry about tonight. So with that being said, we're going to wait till Mr. Clayton Tilley gets up on in here. We're going to give him a quick little interview. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few seconds. All right, Mr. Clayton Tilley up in the booth, man. You got a copy? Well, I guess we weren't able to get a hold of Clayton Tilley there for his interview, so we were going to try to pull him up real quick. But we will have the big blocks coming up next here. Oh, there I think he's ready now. Yo, Clayton, up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, mate. There we go. Sorry, it wouldn't let me speak to you before.
Oh, no, you're good. That's definitely on Discord's fault there. But, man, you had the car tonight. That 51 machine was just rolling, and you were fast. Every start, you took off like a rocket. But Ross Kaiser always able to just catch a couple seconds on you after that first initial lap, trying to get you on that rear. And them last few laps winding out, slide job after slide job. Good battling, but nonetheless, you were able to get into the rear side after he tapped the wall there. Go ahead and give us the rundown what it was like battling them last few laps out with Mr. Ross Kaiser.
Yeah, it was good, you know. I mean, we're obviously teammates, and we sort of help each other out a lot with Speed Shop 51 and our team Momentum Sim Sport, which we both run. And we sort of knew that we had a bit of clear air behind us, and we just started throwing some sliders and having a bit of fun. And I think he got a bit too excited and threw it in the wall there, and couldn't quite get away with it.
That he did. He was doing great. You were doing great. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight for putting that thing up in victory lane?
Yeah, mate. Just got to thank all the boys at Momentum Sim Sport. Most importantly, Ross and Tanner, and everyone else at speedshop51.com for all your setups, and all our other sponsors that chip into, and our Gage Stevens for our new sprint car designs. They look awesome.
Awesome, brother, man. You did phenomenal here tonight in that 51. Congratulations, Mr. Clayton Tilley, on taking the 410s home here tonight.
Thanks, mate. We'll be back next week.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Clayton Tilley taking home the 410 sprints. And don't go anywhere. We're going to have the Big Block Modifieds up here in just a few minutes, so it's a good time. Stretch your legs, do whatever it is you may need to do. Don't go too far. We'll be live here again in just a few minutes on the Dirt Dog International Racing Network.